Hello, my name is Mary Clare, and
This is the spooky, ooky, kooky, and creepy special edition of
Halloween. Christians just don't know what to do with it. But the early church sure did when it stole it from the Celts 1,200 years ago. Coming on too strong. It's Halloween. There's no time for coddling. I grew up celebrating Halloween. I guess my parents were just weak-willed Christians who let us sin and stuff our faces with candy every year. I'm so sorry, Jesus. But some Christians reconcile Halloween by redeeming it for Christ. This means they just try to evangelize people as they come to their door, and they make their children think about the Bible as they stuff Skittles in a pillowcase to keep them warm as winter arrives. Now, I like Halloween, but I like the cheesy scarecrows, cute ghosts type of Halloween. I'm not a spooky girl. The scariest I get is watching Practical Magic every year, but that's mainly just for the beautiful house and that scene where Nicole Kidman sings A Case of You by Joni Mitchell in the car. Even Hocus Pocus can be a little much for me, and it's not a religious thing. I'm just a coward. So while the Lutherans are going absolutely feral over the Reformation, I'm gonna dress like a cute little pumpkin and learn about my Irish roots. Hello everyone. So mistakes were made. I usually have my phone on vibrate, and I also usually don't have it on the desk right by where I'm recording, but I forgot to move it onto like a fabric surface so you can't hear it, so you will hear intermittent buzzing throughout this. I'm so sorry. Halloween is a modern version of the ancient Celtic holiday, Samhain. It's not pronounced how it's spelled, but it's Samhain, which was all about the transition from summer to winter, aka the end of the harvest, hence the pumpkin costume and why we all love gourds so much during this time. And it also honored recent human deaths in the community. However, on the spiritual side of things, it was believed that on that night, October 31st, the lines between the world of the living and the world of the dead were blurred a little bit. So there were various traditions to appease the spirits of past family members, both friendly and unfriendly. So either to, welcome them home for that one night or, keep the meanies from messing with the crops too much. Then the Christians came, and in order for any native religious traditions to survive, they had to be absorbed into pre-existing Christian holidays or just become Christian holidays. And All Saints' Day, which is November 1st, which honors all of the past martyrs and saints. And then All Souls' Day, which is November 2nd, which honors all of the recently departed, was, a natural fit. Additionally, All Saints' Day was sometimes known as All Hallows' Day. So Samhain was kept as the night before, but renamed to All Hallows' Eve, which then morphed into Halloween. People were bobbing for apples to find a hot spouse, wearing costumes to keep the evil spirits away, disrupting all the bats with their huge bonfires, and going door to door offering tricks and performances or prayers in exchange for treats or food. It was a rip-roaring good time. Now, it took a while for America to get Halloween because the Puritans, who notoriously hated fun, thought that it was too pagan or even worse, too Catholic. But then the Irish started coming in droves and were like, no, we're doing Halloween, deal with it. But another part of Halloween, which did originate way back in the Samhain days, was then pretending to be the evil spirits that people thought were around and doing these super destructive pranks. So teenagers especially were causing an absolute ruckus. Like that episode of Bob's Burgers where all the teenagers are throwing like water balloons of pee, so pee balloons.
Every Halloween, after all the parents get drunk, the teenagers come out and they go freaking crazy. They ride around town on their bikes, vandalize stuff, and if any little kids are still out, I heard they
Say it.
I heard they throw balloons full of pee!
Like that's the origins of Halloween. Like that kind of hit the nail on the head. So this woman, Elizabeth Krebs, decided to channel all of that destructive energy into a party. And she was motivated to do this so the teens wouldn't destroy her garden every year. There's a fantastic Drunk History episode about it that I highly recommend. And you bet your sweet bucket of boobles, what the hell was that? You bet yourself that is linked in the description. And so Halloween became about parties and candy and not destroying everything, please and thank you. And a whole multi-billion-dollar industry around Halloween popped up because they're like, wow, we can really market off of this teen angst. So teenagers go to scary movies so they can huddle all close instead of like, I don't know, burning down barns. But some Christians still don't think it's enough because sometimes people dress as like sexy cats. And there's a lot of talk of witches and death, and Christians don't like witches, and they really don't like talking about death for some reason. Even though the whole thing about Christianity is resurrection, and guess what? You can't have resurrection without death, and Halloween is the Christianized version of Samhain, and it's literally prefacing 2 holidays, or just days of observance, feast days, I guess is the technical term, that are about death, and we're like, no, we're not gonna talk about death. Ugh. Ugh. So if another Christian comes to you this Halloween and gets on you for celebrating, tell them, we've neutered Samhain enough. We don't need to redeem it. Also, that's really creeping into, like, appropriation territory. Like, let's not... And also, did I say I was celebrating Samhain? No, I'm celebrating Halloween, which is a literal Christian holiday. In church history, it was a Christian holiday. Let me dress up as a pumpkin and have my fun. If you want to make sure things are still Christian, just make sure you also observe All Saints Day and All Souls Day. And if you're like, no, the saints are like taking the place of God, no, they're not. And I guess just skip that one and do All Souls Day. And then you'll be good. And I dressed up as Ginny Weasley from Harry Potter, a fictional witch, to go to my church's fall festival when I was like 10. So if I was gonna go to hell for celebrating Halloween, darling, my path would have already been set. So like, comment, subscribe, donate to my Ko-fi if you want, so that then I can get half off Halloween candy on Monday. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye. You wanna focus? You wanna focus? Y'all wanna see the whole fit? Little jack-o'-lantern? Yes, God.